Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We are here tonight to talk about it, and we have Dorian from The Source. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Aloha, everybody.
I have got his link pinned at the top of the chat. So if you come in, please go over to his channel and say hello and get to know his channel as well. Hi, Chu. Um, I don't know if you can see the chat in the studio right now or not, but
Yes.
it will say paired on
Okay.
the comment, and that's how
Yeah.
you'll know it's coming through from your channel.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We
I
got it.
crochet Sonia West. Hello, hello. Welcome.
Here. Cool.
All
Vixen's
right.
here. I'm
Vixen.
paired.
Uh-huh. Hi, DJ Nico. Welcome.
To
We've got
Janaire.
Deb and Fishy
Debrayo.
Things.
Aloha.
Hello, John Paul. Welcome.
Fish. John Paul. Yeah.
Stalker vibe at this point.
Yeah. Fishy. Fishy's
um,
doing so great.
I
He helped moderate my live earlier today so well. Fishy
oh,
things.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
He just hit his 500 subscribers
I
today.
did it.
Congratulations! That is so exciting. Tell us a little bit about your channel. What will we find when we go to see your channel?
So the source, and I'm sure you can see the source 479 is the user handle. So it's the niche is you channel. So it's just me being myself. A lot of just singing and dancing and being playful and connecting, like really supporting fellow family members within all these communities. We're all forming these awesome communities, and I just want to like root for everybody, shout out to subscribers, and do fun things along the way. I'll share a little bit of wisdom, like whatever message that wants to come through. It's just me being me here in Maui, Hawaii, and showing you some beaches and some beautiful nature. Well, if you guys are dealing with snow, like I want to be able to like offer something to you. So I don't know. That's pretty much it, I think.
Well, I know when I found your channel, you were doing a happy dance challenge,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that made me smile. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh,
Um,
thank you. Thank
so
you. I just did my eighth happy dance, the 500 subscriber celebration video I just did in the yard. I did a happy dance. So that's my eighth one, and happy dance challenge. Anybody out there that wants to do a happy dance, just do it. Use the hashtags happy dance or whatever, and put it out there.
okay, let's see. Just connected to the co-host. We got several people who've gone over there on your side, so that's good.
Cool.
Thank you all so much for doing that. He's got his 500, so now he's got to get the watch hours. So
Yeah.
he will be doing some more live streams, and y'all will be able to go and check out beautiful Hawaii. That will be so much fun. Do you live in an area where you can go and film the ocean and
Yeah, yeah. Also, I wanted to say one more thing about my channel. I've got this new show called Five Questions with the Source, interview show. So I interviewed myself. I was the first interview. I had like God as the interviewer, and I was the interviewee, the first one, just to get to know me a little. And then I had Blissfully Renee in the next episode, and then Creating Change Guy Bandy as the episode after that. So I'm starting to schedule those out every Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, just to like offer that space for members of our family, to for us to go deeper with each member. So maybe you'll Echo will be
yeah,
some
that would
point,
that
which is
would be
super
good.
cool. But yeah, for the location here, Maui, It's perfect. I mean, like there's a lot of beaches around. Whenever I get a chance, I'll stop in and maybe do a video of me walking and talking, or I'll just film the beach, the ocean, and I'll put it out a restream so people can just watch it for a while. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know.
you could definitely
All
do silent streams of the ocean. That would be cool
Yeah,
too.
and I've got a nice yard out here, so we property manage. Debrael, myself, we property manage here, so I go out there in the yard, and I have a beautiful backdrop to do a video, and yeah, just however.
So, what are the 5 questions?
Oh, 5 questions. So each episode is different. So I tune into the person I'm interviewing for a good week or more, and I try like I watch their videos more and more, and I try to figure out like what the themes, the common themes are for the person.
Mhm.
Like the first one, Blissfully Renee, like she's a very spiritual being, and she had an aneurysm, in life, and different things that impacted her life, and a spiritual journey followed as well. And so I tuned in more to like that transformational experience, and how she came into her spirituality and things like that. But then Guy Bandy, this most recent interview earlier today, um, he had some major life events too, and I got to know some of them. Like he had been in jail for a while for selling some oxy something or other, and so I knew that story, but I wanted to get in deeper, and so I kind of asked him like his early childhood question, and then his teenage question, and then his early adult question, and then his adult current life, like what's it like now. So you can like witness the transformation through his life into who he is today, and then where do you go from here, like what are you doing with your channel, where are you going from here, was like the last question. So it's just I tune into the person. I kind of like them telling each person telling their stories, their life stories. I try to
Mhm.
ask deep questions, like it's rad is my motto, real, authentic, and deep.
Yep.
So I just ask deep questions, like big, like what's your purpose, or if you were God for a day or for a week, a month, how would you change things in this reality, things like that. Just, I don't know.
Well, I have to go back and watch him. I saw that it was going to be on today with him, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But I'll go back and I'll watch that because that's interesting. I like that kind of um,
Yeah,
question
you're
because it makes you have to stop and think sometimes, you know.
you're pretty busy with all this. I see all your you do a lot of shows and a lot of
Well,
live.
I
Yeah.
I will have more time when my granddaughter goes to school in the fall.
Mm, okay.
But I try to do as much as I can right now. But I feel like I'm limited. Like in the daytime, I can only go live when she takes a nap, and that's if she
Right.
takes a nap.
Mhm.
So I try to do Sunday morning and Saturday night because I'm home by myself then, and I can do it. But I love going live. I don't care
Yeah.
if I'm playing a puzzle or the word game or crocheting or just talking to somebody or whatever. I really enjoy it. So
I helped with there was the last, like I helped to put a piece or two in the end of that puzzle recently, and
yeah.
and I saw you guys crocheting. I was into it. It was vibe.
Hi Dennis, welcome. Yeah, I don't have a niche, so to speak, with my channel. It's about me and whatever I want to talk about or whatever I am doing in my life. Like I was saying before, when I started, we didn't have all these other people in midlife and later in life doing channels. It was mostly young people. And
Right.
so at first, I didn't have anybody who was my age watching me. I had a lot of younger people, and I was talking to a YouTuber the other day, and she said, well, my viewers are all like the 18 to 25 and 26 to 34 or whatever. And I said, well, don't worry, you'll get
Yeah.
people in your age group eventually. I said, but don't discount those younger folks because, they need to know about life experience too.
Hmm.
But I'm really surprised now at how many channels there are. I even saw a guy the other day that's 80. and he just started
Yeah.
his channel.
Yep. I've seen a few of those. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are great.
I'm
Those are
like,
great. Wisdom. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
The kids too. The kids are super surprising in all of it. It's awesome. Yeah.
yeah. And there's a lot of people who have a different specific viewpoint on life. And then there's a lot of people that are just real general,
Yeah.
depends on, what you like and what you watch or whatever. But right now, this year especially, I'm trying to meet lots of young, new channels and try to help them grow if I can at all. It's like I was saying before, when I started, I didn't have anybody I could even ask a question of, you know,
I see,
and
I see you weaving. I see you weaving in all the communities and putting out shout outs for all your new connections. Like I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I got to keep checking out your shout outs because I'm finding some good new family members right in those
yeah.
community posts.
and
So
and there's a lot of them that I just come across, and I honestly, I do not shout out anybody that I'm not going to watch and that I don't
right,
like. If I
right,
if I watch a channel and it's not something I would watch, I'm not going to recommend that to my viewers.
right.
I try to make sure that if it's somebody that I like, that they're going to like.
Sure.
and
Mm,
and but I have a lot of people that are like, I can't believe you shouted me out, and I'm like, why would I
uh,
not? You're a great
right.
channel, you have something to offer. I want to shout people out.
I think maybe we what a lot of us what we're doing is a new wave of like this family thing we're doing together and this like shouting out like I've been doing it since day one. I just shout out everyone that I feel is doing something good or has a good message, or even if they have 0 subscribers, 1 subscriber, if I watch their first video somehow, like I'll boost that person more than the person that is well off with it all. Like I just the authenticness of it all, and I don't know. I just that's what I feel. One of my niches is just promoting someone that's doing something good. Whenever I find it, however I find it, I just promote it and put it out there. And whether it's a video, a short, a long form, I'll shout them out in a live, or I'll put a community post about them. Like
Yeah, me too.
that's
People are like, you put too much on your community page, and I'm like, no,
I
I
do.
don't put enough. I'm like, no, let me share this. Hi,
Yes, yes.
Tiffany. And who else did I miss?
Tiff
Bridezilla, I think.
420,
Yeah, Tiff 420.
Dennis
Um,
Osborne, Bride Dazzle.
yeah,
Is she
that's
for
what it
my
is.
side?
Right. So I'm not sure. I think
Bud
she was
Farms.
on mine. I'm not sure. Um, but there's my girl Waffles. She's from Australia. She's got a
Nah,
beautiful pink cat. Um, but I
girl.
don't know. There's a lot of people who just want somebody that's gonna pay attention to them and talk to them, and
Yeah.
when I first started, it was like I wish somebody would have talked to me and just said, you know that was a good video you put out, or good
Right.
try, or whatever. So
Good.
I look for people's videos to be able to say, good job, I like that was good. Hi Bud Files. I don't think there's enough positive
Yeah.
reinforcement going on in our daily lives. I really don't. I like to go through drive-through windows and surprise the
Yeah.
person by smiling and say, hi, how are you doing today? And they just look at you like,
Oh,
oh my god, she spoke to
great.
me.
So I go through Taco Bell. I know that's like, oh no, not Taco Bell. No, I'm just kidding. I go
Right.
through Taco Bell, and it's like the guy is actually bringing his personality through the order. So he's like, "Welcome to Taco Bell. How may I help you today?" And I'm like, da, 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 da. And he's like, "You'll have this and that. That's wonderful. That's awesome. Thank you. All right, your total is. I'll see you at the window." And like, I want to just put them on the screen. I want to like promote them videos and such. Like, but yeah, I'm the same way. Like, I go through like a cashier checkout line, and they'll say, "Have a good day," and I'll be like, "Have a great day." Like I just try to like bring it. So
Hi Nancy, how are you tonight? My daughter's like, you'll talk to
yeah,
anybody, you know.
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, but if somebody is down and they're not having a good day, and I mean, it doesn't take too much to say, have a nice day or
Uh,
something, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I,
I want to do more of that. I do want to do more of that. Some people even go as far as they get like stickers with happy smiley faces printed, or they'll do like print out like messages like "you are blessed" or "you're beautiful" or whatever, and they'll hand them out or they'll sticker them places. Or there's more we could do out there, and I don't
yeah,
know.
kind of like the old painted rock thing where
Yeah.
people were painting the positive sayings on the rocks and leaving them places for people to find the rocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of my subscribers, not in Australia, but one of those countries nearby. The Tasmania. He was doing that. He was an artist, and he was painting all these rocks and putting them all over. And he like super awesome energy, dude. And I don't know, maybe he just got too much with the YouTube can be a little too much for some people, but
Hmm.
he was such a cool personality from Tasmania. Like I just like I miss him, and that's the thing. You make these connections on here, and so
Yeah, it's to me it's easy to feel like you know people
yeah,
because you watch so much of their content and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's their house, that's where they live,"
right.
and stuff like that. And I had one friend that I made on here, and unfortunately she passed away to
Oh
cancer. And it
yeah,
just broke my heart because I mean I did not ever meet her in person.
right.
But we talked on the phone and texted and things like that, and it just broke my heart. But I hadn't heard from her for a few days, and I had texted her, and I didn't get a response, and I was like,
Yeah,
"That's just unusual," because she would usually at least say hi or something.
yeah,
And then I got a text from her mom letting me know that she had passed away. And I was like, at first, I was like, okay, I cannot get attached to these people because I can't have that happening.
yeah,
But I don't think everybody's going to pass away. So I'm like, okay, I'm safe. I can get to know people and not have to worry about that,
yeah, yeah.
happening.
And Bells and Stars is making an appearance here, and she says she's here to before the Lions game. So, oh no, we've got the Lions game to compete with.
Oh,
But welcome.
no.
Thanks for being here, Bells and Stars. Mhm.
Oh, goodness.
Thank
Well,
you, Bells.
so of all the videos that you've done, what is your favorite video?
Of all the videos I've done,
Uh-huh.
what is my favorite video?
Hmm.
That's a tricky one. I put so much love into all of them that I got a lot of favorites. Some of my happy dance videos are definitely up there. But then, like, there was also during the whole Christmas season, the whole what do they call it again? The
The
Christmas
Vlogmas.
Vlogmas was
Uh-huh.
a lot of fun because I bought these Santa hat and elf hat and these like glasses, which I'll throw them on here in a little bit. I bought these fun glasses and I even have this aloha hat. But I love doing things like this. I made this aloha hat out of a Taco Bell or Burger King hat that should have showed up in the mail right when like I had a lot of fun. Like one of my videos, I'm dancing around like an elf under the tangerine tree, and I made a song in the moment, and I used my selfie stick, and I'm just like having a blast. And oh, and then there's me on the beach. In the beginning, everybody was like I would do things that and get comments like, "Oh, you shouldn't always ask for like and subscribe," and I did all the wrong things. So I did a video on the beach where I was bad video king, and I put a crown on my head, and I just walked around the beach, and I'm just like a Tom Green like comedian, like, oh, please like, comment, and subscribe. Did I say that? Yeah, have I asked you that yet? Oh, look at that. The waves are coming in hot. Whoa, it almost got me there. Oh my God. Wow, it's beautiful out here. Look at these plants. These are gorgeous. Like just silly. Oh, rocks. I'm walking on rocks. I hope I don't fall. Really silly stuff. Like, so I don't know. That's
Mm. Hi, Farm Wife. A lot of being able to be in front of the camera is being comfortable with yourself. And I think if you can do silly stuff and still put it out there, that you're in the right place. You're doing the right kind of
Yeah.
thing. I see some people that have like no personality
Right.
whatsoever, and it's like, okay, I can't even watch this because I want you to smile at me, or I want you to, laugh, or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I don't know. And if
and I think people get into YouTube thinking, well, I'll just make a few videos, but I don't think they think it out that once you do put out videos and you start having people that are watching you, then they want you to keep putting out content
right.
or going
Yeah.
live or whatever. And I think that's why a lot of people will get burned out because
Yeah.
they're like, well, I just didn't know it was work,
Right.
you
It
know.
is a little bit of work, but I think some of the trends though have been really helpful. Like the whole like no edit or less editing has been a really helpful trend. And then like DoDash pushes like just make sure there's a picture of your face on the thumbnail. Make sure that just do a simple title. Don't even worry about keywords or hashtags. Don't worry about description. Just be you, authentic you, and just move on to the next video. Put one up, go on to the next one. Put one up, go on to the next one. Don't even look back. You don't even have to look at your numbers or anything. That's kind of DoDash message that's helped a lot too, I think. So yeah.
Well, and I think people will get hung up on the numbers.
Sure.
Someone was telling me the other day, well, nobody leaves me any comments. And I said, well, just keep trying, just keep putting out the videos, and eventually somebody will leave you a comment. But make sure when they leave you a comment that you respond to
Yes.
that comment
Yes.
and you let them know that I appreciate that comment
Mhm.
and thank you for, watching or whatever. But I just don't think, people are really thinking
I
about it.
know.
They just like, well, it just, people make it look so easy. Okay, good.
Uh,
Yeah, we want it to look easy. Nobody would do it if they,
yeah.
thought it wasn't
And some of these
easy.
communities, I really appreciate some of these communities because they have like built-in support systems. Oh, I cherish churches in the house. Aloha, welcome. Aloha.
Mhm. Hello.
uh like built-in support systems, for example, Nemo 504, the Stay Phenomenal movement. Like in his videos,
Yeah.
almost every video he puts up there, he repeats the rules of like engagement. Like it's like we all watch each other's videos to the end if you can, if it's like a reasonable amount of time of a video, not too long, and we leave comments to make sure they know that we were here. And when you meet someone new, you go over to their channel and you watch one of their videos, and then you add a comment to their video and then you subscribe them. That show that you appreciate their content, and then they'll come back to your channel and they'll leave you a comment, and it just keeps it going. And it's all positivity in this community. Like all these good messages helps us. I've heard it 100 times now, so I try to do my best to watch videos all the way through and to leave comments. I've taken it all to heart, and now I preach the same messaging in some of my videos. So yeah.
Yeah. I, and to me, it's funny how some people will, um, like, oh, there's a format. You have to follow a format. No, you don't. You do what,
Yeah.
you do what's you, how you want to do
Right.
it. Yes, everybody thinks there's, a certain way to go about, doing it or whatever. And you can do that. You can use the thumbnail that has clickbait in
Right.
it if you
If you
want.
want.
You can come on and say, I'm going to tell you something really important at the end of this video, and don't leave because I'm going to tell you something, and then talk for an hour and never get around to
Oh,
telling them
yeah.
nothing. I don't know how many videos I've watched that I was like, oh, here's the answer to the question I've been, wanting to know. Let me watch this video and get my answer. And they never get around to answering the question. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you lose somebody if you don't, follow through, and some
Yeah.
short attention spans too. So we got to kind of hit those key points a little early, otherwise we lose them too that way. So yeah,
Well, and I think too, a lot of people will click on a video, and if it's not something that resonates with them within the first 30
right.
seconds, they're
They're
gone.
gone. Yeah,
They're not going to sit there and give it a chance and watch it
right.
longer to see, well, gee, did they get around to saying something I wanted to hear or
Yeah.
whatever. But I think too, YouTube used to be the place to go when you needed to know, how do I fix this, or how do I, do that or whatever. And just like how we Google things, I think people looked up YouTube videos to learn how to do things.
Explain
And I
it.
think it's shifted
Yeah.
now to now it's more of a
Yes.
community where people who want to interact with somebody will come
Yep.
on. You don't necessarily have to be teaching them anything or have something to, show them how to do
Yeah.
something, as long as you're entertaining them,
Yeah, it's shifted.
you
It's
know.
definitely shifted a little bit. It's another trend, I think. Yeah, explainer videos was the big thing, and now it's like, at least in these communities that I'm a part of, it's like, um, be yourself, be authentic, um, have fun, share all your different gifts and your different wisdoms, connect with everybody. It's a social network. I've done a couple videos about YouTube as a social network. I don't know what it was before because I didn't get any traction before, but now I'm finding it to be a great community, place, and, connecting, making friends, making connections. Um, yeah, it's awesome.
Well, when I tell people my age that I have a YouTube channel, they're like, "What do you know how to do? What are you teaching people how to
Yeah.
do?" And I'm like, "I don't. I don't do anything."
Right.
It's like I believe in God and I want to spread his
Yes.
word. And it's like I'm just a positive, upbeat kind of person, and I want people to know you don't have to be unhappy in your life. You can choose to be happy. And my friends are like, I don't think I'd go on YouTube looking for somebody to tell me just be happy.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I think if that's what you're looking for, then you can find that on YouTube.
That's
But if you're looking for other things, you can find
and
those
you
too. Hi, Lucy.
you
Welcome.
touched on a key point there. God is, God, or whatever people want to call it, like, is such a huge trend on YouTube from what I'm seeing, at least. And that's because I'm so bold in it. I'm the source, and, always preaching it. And everybody I'm meeting has some sort of connection to a higher power or love and positivity and light, or whatever it is, and some have had transformational experiences, and maybe that's what we're doing, is we're transforming YouTube into its higher version of itself. Maybe that's what's happening.
Uh, and it didn't used to be like
Right.
that, because it used to be if you talked about religion, and I don't necessarily talk about religion, I talk about God
Yeah.
and
Right.
spirituality. Okay.
Yes.
But I mean, they would tell you, don't talk about
Mhm.
politics, don't talk about religion, don't talk about, this, that, and the other. And I don't think there's any topic now that you can't talk about, if that's what your message
Yeah.
is. But I really think people used to kind of be afraid that because YouTube was such a secular kind of
Yeah.
place, that you go talking about God, nobody's going to follow you. And I think that's shifting as
Yeah.
well, that people are actually like, well, I'm glad to see that you're not afraid to say, I believe in God,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And the life I've lived, I don't know how you could not believe that there is
Right.
something. Everybody has a different name for it, and that's fine, because I believe it's got to be a personal relationship with God. It can't be because somebody else wants you to, or somebody, you were raised to believe. You have to know for
Yeah.
yourself. And that's not something you can make somebody else feel or understand, but you can definitely share what you feel
Yeah.
and what you believe.
Yeah.
And some people accept it and are thrilled that you're doing it. And then I'm sure there's other people that are like, well, yeah, I won't watch
It's
her
okay.
anymore.
We're
But
just
that's okay
we're
with
just here
me,
to
because my
our
my
tribe.
thing, my thing's always been, it doesn't matter if there's one
Yeah.
person or if I'm sitting here talking to myself. If I want to talk about God or what he's done in my life or how he's helped me through something or whatever, I'm going to
Yeah,
do it. And if nobody likes it, I don't care. I do it for me. I don't do
exactly.
it for them. Hi, Barbie.
Yeah, I just
Um,
love
and that,
spirit. Overall, I
right.
just love spirit. Like I grew up Jewish, but I had like a Christian parent and Jewish parent, but like growing up in that structure, it was like very Judaism dominant, and like you are Jewish and all that. As I grew into myself more and more, I had spiritual experiences of my own, and with that was a transformational experience that really took me to another level. And that's I don't know, I just resonate with the being that is the Christ, and the heart that's within all of us is, to me, like a Christed heart. Or there's different names for it in different religions, but I believe a lot of us
Yeah,
are being, in a sense, born again or transformed. We're activating the spirit's bodies, to another level for our human experience. And so I just love, like, I listen to Christian music all day, every day, and
I do too.
it's like it's K Love Radio is a big one, and
Hmm.
I just like, I don't know, it's just I connect really well with and vibe well with a lot of Christians, and that's just where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah. It's it's always refreshing, I think, when I meet someone who can have Christ in their life and not be afraid and not say, well, yeah, I kind of believe, but I'm not going to tell anybody about it. And I'm just like, no, you got to tell people
Hmm.
about it. You can't hold it in and not, let it come out. But then again, too, a lot of people want to take credit for things that only God can do. And you got to be able to give him the credit because we can't do anything without him.
Right.
So
Yeah.
um, that's important to me, that people realize that, yeah, we can work hard, and I feel like we have to do our part and do what we
Yes.
can, but he can do what we cannot
Oh
do.
yeah. Yep. Yep.
So,
God did.
hey, Pete,
Hashtag God.
welcome.
One of those hashtags that King Explicit uses. Hashtag God did is a big one in his whole movement. So I just had to shout that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are opinionated, DJ Nico. That's
Hmm.
true. And it's okay. Everybody has their right to have
Yep.
their
Oh yeah,
opinion
DJ.
and believe what you want to believe, and that's okay. But just as much as I won't force my beliefs on somebody else, I don't want somebody forcing their beliefs on me either.
I,
You
I
know,
watched
I would be very hard to
I watched
convince.
the when you had DJ Nikolai as your guest on here, special guest. I watched that one, so I remember we connected on that one. So I'm so grateful that you're here, Nikolai. That's so cool.
Yeah. He actually helped me. Well, he actually
Mm.
wrote my channel song,
Oh, cool.
um, for me. But he has also helped me learn how to use Suno and be able to write some of my own stuff
Cool.
now. So I've never been a creative kind
Mm.
of person. I never thought I was
Right.
creative, so I never really tried to be creative. So now I'm finding that I do have a little bit of creativity and I want to explore that. So I have been writing a lot and using that Suno app to make original music, so that, because that's the thing too, all the good songs are copyrighted. You can't use them on YouTube,
Yeah.
especially once you get monetized, then you definitely don't want to be
I
using
like the
them.
shorts though. In the short form, you can, like, there's a lot of songs in there
Yeah,
populated. So I've been having a lot of fun just using those. And also, I cherish churches. We've been speaking her language here. She just said, "Keep posting. God did. God first." That's the first community she joined, was the King Explicit community. It was one of the first ones I actually joined too, along with the Dodash Hope Crew and the Nemo 504 Stay Phenomenal movements were like my first three. And then there's Tierra B Naturally with the faith team and faith teamwork movements going over there too. So some shout outs.
Hey, almost homesteading with Janet. Welcome. She has a
So
good channel too. They just bought property
cool.
and are remodeling their home to be able to move out there to their
There's a
property.
lot of homesteading
Okay.
channels on this. That's a big trend too. I think a lot of people are moving to the homesteads, and there's a lot of like makers and growing food and animals and how to be
Trying to be
sovereign and
self-sufficient.
self-sufficient and sovereign, and
Yeah,
that's big.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. That's a big community, and there's a lot of people who want to be in that community, want to do that. Like I would love to be able to do it, but I live in an apartment. I don't have,
yeah.
land or anything like that.
Yep. We're
Um,
thinking we're
but
thinking about that too, always keeping it in mind, tiny homes, and it's just tricky. I'm sure people can resonate, like where do you set up a tiny home? Can you afford land, or can you lease or rent land from somebody? Are they willing to set up like the plugins and make it possible? Do you have to have solar panels on your tiny home, or are they going to plug you in? Like there's all these things to think about in how to move towards tiny homes and getting on the land, and unless you have lots of money, I mean
yeah,
that's another thing, having money.
yeah, and I follow another couple who they actually live in Georgia and work in Georgia, but they bought property in
Yeah,
Alabama, and their channel is called We Took the Long Way Home,
nice.
and they're going and working on that property and getting it ready to eventually one day be able to either bring something in to live in or to build a home there or
Yeah,
whatever.
that'd
Um,
be cool.
but you just got to start, you got to have a
Yep,
dream and you got to start
yep,
somewhere, and you have to do your research.
yeah,
You have to, check all that good stuff
yep.
out. I was talking to somebody, hi, Mac from Surviving Together. I was talking to somebody the other day that was saying that they couldn't go somewhere because they have animals, and there's
Oh,
coyotes where they live. And so they have to be there to get their animals put up at night. Otherwise, the coyotes might get
right.
them. And so that was making me think, that's something you have to consider. If you have property and you have
Yep,
livestock, somebody has to take care of those
sure.
animals, whether you're sick or if you need to go somewhere or whatever.
Yeah,
So that's something to consider too.
lots of
You've got to make that
lots of
commitment.
good chat in the chat about tiny homes and getting on the land, and fishy things even said something about he tried to build an earth ship on his land, and the city fined him. Like earth ships are really cool. I like those.
Yeah, now I do know some people that actually live like within a subdivision, and they're allowed to have like
Yeah,
chickens. They can't have goats, but they could have chickens. So you have to check all those regulations and everything to know what you can and can't,
yep,
do.
yep, indeed, indeed, yep.
Janet said they're driving an hour each way from where they live now to their
Wow,
uh, homestead.
wow,
Wow.
wow, wow. Hi, surviving together,
But
everybody.
they're a relatively young couple, so it will benefit them in the long
Yeah,
run. It may be hard now, but at least they're investing in something.
yes,
That's the one thing I wish that I had
right,
done before I became disabled and couldn't invest
right.
really. But and I'm not all about the American dream that you got to buy a house and all that, but I'm just saying, when you rent, you basically are throwing that money away. Yes, you have that place to stay, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you don't really have much to show for it. And then, so I think people who do at least buy property or something that they could live in if they had to, you know,
We've got
it's a good investment.
Joyax Carcueva. I like saying her name is here. Her, I assume it's her. I don't even know. Yeah, sorry. Joyax. or Cueva. It's the thing about getting to know people on here. Like I like when people in their videos they show their self. Like I actually I'm having a challenge with the people that do the faceless videos and such. Because I when I go to someone's channel, I always just go straight to like wherever I find their face, and then I try to get to know them, and I'll watch a number of videos in a row over a number of days. And there's a lot of channels too to get to know everybody. So it takes me time to
Yeah.
start to build up when meet someone new to like get to know them and such. So yeah,
Yeah, I know several channels that don't show their face. And
yeah,
the Elisa, the girl that I do the trivia with on Thursdays, when she and I first met, and she wanted to do some kind of collaboration, and I said, "That's great. I'll do something. I'll try to help your channel grow." And she said, "But I don't show my face. Is that a problem?" I said, "Well, if it's a problem for you and you don't want to, then that's
right.
fine with me. You do, it's your channel. You do what you
That's
want to
true.
do.
True
Um,
too.
but eventually, maybe you will get comfortable enough and you'll show your face. You know.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
But I think they have a reason if they don't show they don't want to show their face. They have
I'm
some reason for that. You know.
I'm still getting to know you, Joey X. I'm sorry, I don't have enough to say. That's the thing is I'm just meeting people so fast that I haven't gotten to know everybody thoroughly yet. So that's my problem.
It is a woman.
Ownership.
She is a woman.
I take ownership. Thank you. Yeah, I take ownership. I haven't gotten to your channel enough, but I will. I'm on it.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Mrs. Peach said, I agree. I want to see their face. I,
Yeah.
I, I mean, I just think it's more personable to show the face. And then, too, it's a real person. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people that put on a front, and you don't know if that's really their self or not. Hey, buying spaces. Um, but I kind of, want to tend to believe the best in people, that they are who
Yeah.
they say they are, and what
Sure.
they're putting forth is legitimate. You know, um,
Yep.
sometimes you hear about certain channels, and then it makes you think, well, I thought they were legit. I thought that was a real deal.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's for each person to decide how they want to do their channel. If they want to
Absolutely.
show their face, show your face. If you don't want to,
And
you don't have to. You know.
also, I don't know if you know Start Here Tajmir,
Yeah.
but she is starting to create these really awesome songs with AI. So like my projection is like I just want everything to be all natural and the source is
Oh, I think you froze.
like
Uh oh. Uh oh. Hold on.
okay, I'm waiting for you.
Oh,
There I am.
there you go. You fell off.
Okay. All good.
Okay. Go ahead and say that.
So yeah, all I was saying is Start Here Tajmir. She just rolled out another channel called Tajmir Music because she is really finding that creating these AI songs is fun, I'm sure for her, and it's actually entertaining. I like it a lot. She did one about me, and it was really fun. And I've watched like three or four of them now, but I want to make sure that there's still space for musicians that are human to bring through their gifts. I want to hold that as the highest, and then let the AI thing do its thing too.
Yeah. I mean, AI is a wonderful tool, but it can't replace uh, the real
So,
thing. If we didn't have the musicians to make the music, then AI can't use that music to make the AI
right.
generated music. So,
Mhm.
but I think YouTube needs to, I don't know. It just to me the music that YouTube offers is not. They need to step it up, and maybe they
Yeah.
need to make a way that the musicians can get more out of it for them to be willing to let YouTube use their music.
Yeah.
I don't know how all that
Yeah.
works, but
I don't know either.
um,
But maybe if they bought more like databases, like so all the big famous musicians get paid and their families get paid, and then also there's all these database websites of up and coming musicians that like they could probably make some partnerships with those databases and get access to millions of more music. So I don't know what it is, but that's an idea.
yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement. And
Sure.
I do think that's something I've seen over the past like 3 years, that YouTube is trying to grow and make
Yeah.
it better, for everyone. I know a lot of people don't like it and they get
And
discouraged and
a
you
big
know
a big part of YouTube is it has to be profitable to be in existence. So like advertisers, for example, they need all the best deals with all the best advertisers, and for that to be possible, more of us creators that are have a good message and are not like you know faux pas, like bad messages, bad energy, all that sort of stuff, but like good conscious content creators sharing good messages. They want that, so it feels like there's potential that a lot more monetization is in store. Like Dodash is one of the early of this wave, early, getting monetized, sharing it transparently. I've seen others now that, we're all boosting each other, pushing each other to get monetized. And then what happens there? Once somebody's monetized, how do they support the rest of us to get to that level? That's what really makes success, I think, is that. So
and there are a lot of channels that make it big quickly. And
yeah,
then there's an awful lot of people who never make it big, you know.
yeah,
And I really think that if people come in and have the idea that, oh, I'm going to get rich quick, and it doesn't happen for them, then they get discouraged and then they
right,
badmouth YouTube. And
yeah.
that's not necessarily a good thing. Miss
Yeah.
Myra, I'm sorry that I said buying spaces instead of buying space. And
Aw.
you're always welcome here. And I do apologize that I did say it incorrectly.
And also there's other ways like monetization. We can fall into that trap where that's not everything on here. Like one thing, there's a lot of us out here that just want to just share our life and whatever they want to share, and that's cool. And then there's a lot of other ways to monetize, and you don't need 500 or 1,000 subscribers or 3,000 or 4,000 watch hours. You just got to have a little creativity when you put together some merchandise, some hats and shirts and stickers and such. And there's also like making small deals with businesses, to maybe you can get commissions like affiliate links. Amazon has an affiliate program. There's all sorts of like digital products and physical products. You can write a book, you could teach a course, you could be a coach. A lot of people help new YouTubers and small YouTubers to get to the next level by being a coach. Um, there's just endless ways. If you're creative, you can start your own business and share it on here. Like I'm a part of a Purium health products thing where promote my code and people get $50 off their first order. Like there's just endless partnerships, and there's different things that you can do to get monetized and be in memberships. Create your own membership and buy me a coffee. Use that website. There's so
Yep.
many things.
Yep. And I mean, there's like Patreon and
Yep.
Discord. A lot of people charge for those.
Yep.
Hey, Joe Remington.
Hey,
Um,
Jordan.
I really think if you're creative and if your object is to make money, there's money to be made, you
Yes.
know. But I think a lot of people just want it handed to them. They don't want to have to work. They don't want to have to go out and find all those things,
Yep.
and set those kind of things up.
Sure. Sure. Yep.
I'm lucky in the respect that I didn't start out to make money,
Right.
and I'm blessed that I am making enough money to make it worth my while to do what I need to do to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
But even if I had never got to that point, I would still be putting out videos and I would still be doing my thing. Um,
Sure.
but I do understand that a lot of people are looking for it to be a job,
Yeah.
and since the big C, I know that the like the door dashing and the
Yeah.
Walmart delivery and Instacart and all those things, that's all things that have been developed
Right.
because of that situation that we never had really before. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't ever even remember ordering anything from Amazon before that because I worked in retail and I would go
Right.
out to the store and buy what I wanted. So just the fact that in a few short years things have shifted as far as that
Sure.
goes, then I really think if there's going to be a big boom of people starting businesses and doing things from home and from using the computer to be able to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
It's not going to be you have to have a 9 to 5 type of job.
Speaking Speaking of, my next point here, Oh So Ravishing is in the house. Aloha, Oh So Ravishing.
Hi.
She just did a video the other day, a live, and she was talking about her brand, Oh So Ravishing, and she talked about different things she could put the brand on and such. So that's entrepreneurs. Like we are entrepreneurs. A lot of us on YouTube
Hmm.
now, and like a lot of people that are driving DoorDash and Instacart and all that, and delivering for Walmart and Amazon, whatever. They're on the road. They have their free time and their autonomy to a certain level, and they can do this as a side hustle to that side hustle kind of life. They could do YouTube and create a channel, and that's what DoDash did, a big part of her rise. And
Hmm.
I think that's a transitionary phase to get to what I'm envisioning, which is I call it dream life. And that we all together are the Dream Life Collective. If we all are aspiring to live our best life, which your name is right there, best life,
Hmm.
we find these avenues like the DoorDash and these different avenues, and we find the YouTube, channel creation process, and we find creating your own products and all these things once you get on here and you have an audience with video and live and such. And if we're dream life, we're aspiring for some of us may want to travel, some may want to do more cool things like skydiving or climbing mountains or whatever, surfing amazing spots, whatever it is, starting a farm, a homestead made easy. Shout out would be he wants to start a homestead. So he's got a channel named Homestead Made Easy, like, and he's focused on it, getting there. So
Right.
dream to me is all of us supporting each other to get to that. If we share our visions of the life that we want to live and we hold each other accountable and we just start showing that we're winning in the videos and lives, or we're accomplishing the steps and the checking off on our list, going towards something, like I think it's awesome.
Well, and it takes people to build things like that. You know,
Yeah.
all of us will grow and become better at what we do, and reach more and more people if we all work together.
Right.
And that's one reason why when I do meet new channels and they say, oh, can we do a live together, or can you help me do this or help me do that, or whatever, I'm like, most definitely I'll do whatever I can to help anybody, because I didn't have anybody helping me out. And I'm old school as far as, when I was growing up, you were supposed to become a housewife. And then the country went through the phase where, okay, it's okay for women to have a job. Then it was you're supposed to have a career, you know. And now it's kind of like everybody can do whatever they want to do. If you want to go corporate America, you can. If you want to go, into education, you can. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can. You can do. The world is opening up to where we can make a way. It's not like, well, we have to wait on somebody to create jobs. I can remember, oh, they wanted certain companies to come into certain towns, build a factory. They're going to create all these jobs. Well, people are finding out they can create their own job,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not a job, it's their life.
Yes.
And you're
Yes.
able to support yourself and do what you want to do in your life instead of being tied down to that 9 to 5 job for 40 years. And then, oh, now it's time to retire. Now what do you do with yourself? You haven't done any of the things you wanted to do because you were tied down to that job, you know. And I don't think, like, my daughter's generation, she's 20, 27. Yeah, she's going to be 28. Um, they look at it, okay, I've got X amount of years to live. These are the things I'm going to do in that lifetime. Whereas people in my generation were, okay, I'm going to work until this point, then I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to live my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so backwards and so
Oh,
wrong. We have to be living our life every day,
yep.
doing whatever that looks like to
Right.
each of us, you know. And there's no
Yep.
right way or wrong way to
Yeah.
really do it.
Yep. Yep.
And
I agree.
I really think that's where the country, needs to go. We can't wait around anymore for somebody to come and save us. It's
Right.
like we have to save
Sure.
us.
We
We,
do. We
we
do.
have to get this country back on track. And
Absolutely.
if people didn't learn anything from the big C, I don't know when they're going to learn anything,
Yeah.
you
Big
know?
C. Yeah.
So,
Craziness. Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I made that
But
one lady mad because I said her channel name wrong.
oh no, it's okay. It's okay. And I've seen some of these kids, by the way, like there's this fine line for parents with kids to like how do they navigate whether the kid wants to be on YouTube a lot and they want to then create a channel and then they want to share so much. And I see like this huge potential, but then there's also the other side of it where they're always in screens and all that, and it's kind of tricky. And then the parents don't want them to be seeing certain things. And there's YouTube Kids, but then there's also so much more on YouTube if they have the full to navigate. So I want them
Yeah.
to be on the dream life track right away. I'm the type of person that wants someone with a lemonade stand to be the next millionaire, billionaire, live their dream life. Like that's the type of track I want to see for every human being on this planet. So, you know,
And I think as the parents figure that out, they will
yeah,
help their children to do that, you know.
yeah, indeed.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Misha. I'm sure I've missed people coming in the chat, and I do apologize. Um, like my
And some,
granddaughter, she is allowed to go. She has a tablet. She is allowed to go on YouTube Kids, and she's been on my channel. I do make videos of her sometimes, and she will be on my channel, once in a while. But I'm not trying to exploit her or, put her in front of the camera
Mhm.
24/7, you
Yeah.
know. Um,
So when you make content, you click on not for kids or yes for kids? Like I
mhm,
just always do not for kids, but
mhm.
like what do you for her experience, like what is she able to see? Which ones or how does that work?
Yeah, well, like I also have a preschool channel
Oh,
that I made for her,
okay.
and I make videos teaching kids preschool stuff. And
Cool.
that channel is strictly made for kids. And when you put it as being made for kids, you can't
Yeah.
get comments on the videos.
Okay.
And in my experience, YouTube pushes those channels out more than they push out a channel that is not made for kids,
Okay.
because I get a lot more views on those types of content than I've ever gotten on the content that I've been
Wow.
doing for the past 3 years. So I really think it depends, on how YouTube views that. But you can actually decide, like, if you make a video that
Yeah.
really is okay for kids to see, you could
Yeah.
make that,
Okay.
just for kids. Or if you
Cool.
know that it's definitely not for children, then you can
Right.
even go in and say, not for anybody under 18,
Mm.
restrict it even that far, you know. But you can't just let kids watch whatever they want to watch. And we've had to, you know, take where she on her tablet she has access to YouTube Kids, but not regular YouTube,
Yeah.
because even at 3 years old, she was going on different channels, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like, no, 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 don't do that. So at least with the YouTube Kids, it's pretty safe to say that's going to actually be for kids.
And I think it's cool. I think it's really fun when a family does the YouTube together and like they put their channel out there as a family, like a lot of these homestead families. I think that's the coolest thing. And they can have control over the channel it's so cool to me. But I don't know, I'm not really promoting it necessarily. I'm not trying to push every kid into YouTube or anything like that, but
No, but
I
it does have to be something that the parents are okay with,
right.
and like with me watching my granddaughter before, when she was even an infant, I asked my daughter, how do you feel about it? Because I was taking care of her, but I was also trying to do a channel. And so sometimes I would be holding her, while I was on my live, or sometimes
Right.
now, like I do my live during the week while she's taking her nap, but she'll wake
Yeah.
up right at the end of it, and I
Right.
let her come out and I let her say hi, or
Yeah.
whatever like that. But if my daughter had said, no, absolutely not, I don't want her on camera, well, then I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Right.
But I think you have to respect whether people want their kids to be on it or not. I just don't like the ones where the kids are obviously not having a good time and not wanting to be videoed,
You
you
don't
know.
want them exploited or anything either. Yeah.
No. And sometimes my
Yeah.
granddaughter even say, no video. Like, she
Oh
doesn't want
wow.
to be
Don't picture
videoed,
the video.
you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people
And it's
like
like,
that.
okay, okay, I won't video
Yeah,
you today. But
exactly. Wow.
that's just a kid, I think.
Wow. Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Indeed.
so what are your plans, immediate plans, now that you've reached 500 subscribers? What are you going to do on your channel? Or are
I'm
you
going
going
to
to change it?
Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland. That's what Dodash did when she got money. Uh no. 500, that's a good milestone to me. I think 1,000 will be a little bigger, and then of course the watch hours is a big deal too. And I don't know. I like you said earlier, the momentum. I did already feel that the momentum would build up at 500 and all the way up to 1,000 a little faster. It
Yeah.
took me like 10 plus years of YouTube, like just to get to 140 subscribers. And I didn't think there was any value in doing the YouTube channel at that point. And just in August, I tuned in a little bit more and really started getting consistent. The doing the 30-day video challenge was learning the ropes and building my foundations of how to be consistent and how to edit videos and how to produce them and do all the titles and hashtags and keywords and descriptions and all the different things, thumbnails. And I got a good rhythm from that 30-day video challenge. So like to me, 500 is just another day, but a reason to celebrate by doing like a video and a community post and I don't know, just keep doing what I'm doing like day in, day out. I put a little bit of time, a good amount of time into keeping up with all the comments and keeping building the connections with all the family members and all the different
Mhm.
groups and and just keep growing like with how I do short forms and how I do long forms and how I do lives and learning how to do better interview shows. And I don't know, just each day is just an opportunity for me to just keep learning and trying things and making more connections and boosting people. Like I'm having a lot of fun with like Jamal Williams's energy and like he says we're twin brothers, He's black, I'm white, but we look alike, and we both are all about like high vibes and the spirituality and all that. So he says like, please take my content and make fun stuff all the time, all of them. Just keep doing it. I'm like, okay, because I'm just loving it. Like every day, it's fun. I get a cool idea. I'll pop out a Jamal Williams video, and then fishy things over here. Like a whole bunch of us were in a live about a week ago, and somebody said we are fishy, and I just was like, yes, new movement, we are fishy. And then fishy fishy thing says, fishy things, we are fishy, if you know you know. And
No,
then
yeah.
like we finished the live, and all the other people in our community are like, what's with all this fishy stuff? Like, what are you talking about? So like, if you know you know. And like, I don't know, just keep being fun, and keep just pushing the bar, raising the bar, and pushing limits, and trying new things, and dance a little more, sing a little more, show a little more beach. I don't know, just keep growing and having fun.
Well, I think it's really good that you do have the community and that you all are trying to help each other to grow. Hi, Elisa. There's something to be said about that, just even to be in it together, to know that you've got people you can talk to and you can ask questions and things like that. I think that's really a benefit to you to be able to do that. And most of those channels that you've named off, I have seen their channels. And I catch myself sometimes, and I'll watch a channel and I'll think, why is this familiar? And then it'll be, oh, this is a friend of so and so and so and so, and I saw them in so and so's channel. And then
Yeah.
it's like, okay, how big is this community getting? Because it just seems like they're, it's just multiplying and multiplying. So it's really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. A lot of people are like, do you actually watch those videos? It's like, yes, I do. I don't watch regular television at all.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
I mean, I either read or I'm watching YouTube videos.
go. You
I don't watch television anymore.
go.
I like,
Northern.
hi, Northern Woman. I like watching to see what people are going to do.
Yeah.
And it,
Fun.
it
It's
doesn't
fun.
matter if I watch 10 cooking channels, each one of them is cooking something different. Or if I
True.
watch 10 homesteading channels, they all
Right.
each have their own, thing
Yep. Yep.
that makes
It's
you want to watch them and see, well, what happens.
Yeah. Each person has their own
Yeah.
diversity of how they show up, and yeah, I think that's really cool, and I just try to push all the limits. I just want to like learn something from each of them, and then I try to apply it in my own unique way through my lens. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, Seven Sacraments of Health, welcome.
Yeah,
Um,
welcome.
I really enjoy meeting, and I'm never going to be to where I won't talk to people. If they come in my chat, and especially if I see them more than one time, I'll be like, let me go check out this channel. Let me see who this person is. And I want to try to be able to connect with people. A lot of people, you know, grow so fast that they can't keep up and can't connect with people. And I don't want to ever be like that. I want to be
That's
able to, if I go and watch your channel and then you pop in my channel, I want to be able to have that register in my head like, oh yes, I was just on your channel yesterday, or I know who you are because I've seen your channel, or I've talked to you or whatever.
like the comments. Like comments are they're so awesome. Like I love to just keep up with them, but I know there's a point. Like for example, Dodash, I think just today said she's a couple months behind on comments now. Like I get it. She's got like 50,000, 60,000, 70. No, she's at 75,000. I think it's some. She keeps growing so fast. Subscribers. So like it's understandable, and she went patient.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, and then we just got to keep getting more creative. Maybe instead of responding to every comment, maybe you can just do a video and respond to a whole bunch of them in a minute, and people will just watch that video and they'll get caught up. You'll be caught up. I don't know. We just got to keep staying creative.
Well, I know that the big channels, they have people that work for
Yeah,
them
work
that
for
do
them.
their comments.
That
And
makes
they
sense.
have, a photographer and somebody who does their editing and somebody who,
Yep.
uploads for them and all of that. So they're basically just in front of the camera making the content. Whereas we have to do all of that ourselves. But when you
I
get when you make it big like that, you
We'll
can
see.
afford to
We'll see what
have,
happens. I mean, if you have that many people working for you, then you can build out the money making parts too more and more. You can have people that graphic design all your different merchandise and
yeah.
such, and your line of clothing and your line of everything, and you got people, all the things. I mean, I want it to be just my genius flowing through, but then yeah, you got people, all the collective genius. It just becomes different and not bad or anything. It's still awesome.
Hi, Jimena.
Self-debating myself. I'm always self-debating myself. Like, I just want to make sure it's my creativity, and now I've got like seven hats, seven people bringing through theirs. And like, I'm letting go. It's gonna happen, and there's gonna be a team, and they're all gonna be doing their part, and it's gonna be perfect.
Well, and I mean, like, why pay or why only make a percentage of your merchandise if you can,
Yes.
if you're big enough and you can make it yourself and get all the profit from it. And I know one channel that I don't even know how many subscribers she has, but she's a big, big channel. And that's what she did is she started her own line of clothing, not just for YouTube, but I mean, it's going to be out in stores and stuff,
Exactly.
because why not? I mean, if you've got the creativity and the time and you can do those kind of things, why not do it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably got about let's say 10 minutes more, and then
Okay.
got stuff to do. Gotta get
And
food
it's
and
a different time there too, right?
human thing. Yeah, it's only 3:11 in the afternoon, but
Oh
we
yeah. See,
food,
see. So
food and
you're
life.
it's 8:11 here, so you're 5 hours behind us, and
Right.
Nikolai is 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So it's what, 2 o'clock in the morning there. That's another thing I love about YouTube. People
Oh, we've
from
got
all
of
over the
healing,
country.
magic of healing Zemena in here, and we've got Ellen Smile is here.
Uh-huh. And college level Hogwarts is
Uh,
here.
oh yeah, College of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Henry. Cool.
Henry. Uh-huh.
Cool. Cool.
Let me make him a
Oh, Nico
moderator.
is heading out. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
We,
I can't really keep up with what
uh,
time it is for everybody because
mm,
the time zones are just so wild. But and like Jimenez in Mexico, I'm not sure what time it would be there. Hi, Kristen.
you got that map behind you. How many pins you got on there? How many?
Oh, and I moved it, and I may move it again because I want to print out the country maps so I can
Oh,
do the country maps. I don't know how many I have now. I have
wow.
a bunch though. I
Steve.
finally got some in Georgia.
Yeah, I er,
For the longest time, I was like, I'm the only one in Georgia. I need some Georgia folks.
no
But now
way.
I have a few. I think I have three other people now in Georgia.
How many Hawaii's you got? Just me or more?
No, just you.
Oh, okay. We'll get to get more there.
Yep, only you in Hawaii. Now, Ohio is the most.
Oh, okay, that's my home state where I'm from.
Yep, Ohio has the most, and then Florida is a
Okay.
close second.
Wow.
But like, I
Wow.
don't have anybody for Oregon or Nevada or Wyoming, Montana, Idaho.
Hmm.
None of that. I got a
All in
few
it.
in Canada, a few in Australia. Nico's in Sweden. Jimenez in Mexico.
Okay.
Um,
Nice. We've got a couple Jamaica.
Mednar's in Belgium. Yeah.
EC and AC are from Jamaica. You know them?
No, I don't think so.
They're awesome. Yeah, they're great. Vibing with VC and
Oh
Casey.
no, I do know Vibing. I do. I have heard that name.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Jamaica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Do you got any Wisconsin? Fishy wants to know if you got any Wisconsin.
Let's see.
Also, Jesse, if you've met Jesse, he's from Wisconsin too.
I have two in Wisconsin.
Two.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Nice. Very cool. You've got tons of farmstead. That is amazing to me. I mean, you really networked in a lot of farmsteads and farms.
Yeah, well, I met one channel
Yeah.
and became friends with her, and then
Yep.
she introduced me to all of her friends, and that's how it works. And most of the people that have come in here tonight are from the village, which is Awakened group.
Oh,
Um,
that's
and I
village.
met her, and then she invited me to become part of the village, and so now I know all the people from the village too. So that's how you have to do it. You have to network and get to know different people. But I have so many different interests. I can't just pin it down to one or two things that I want to learn about or I want to know about. So I like watching everybody's.
My name is Ron, or Doran or Doron. And the source is the channel. So the
Yeah.
source 9 is the user handle.
Yeah, the channel is pinned at the top of the chat if you want to go over and get to know him. Hi, Steph. Steph's Little Farm. I didn't even see you in here. I'm sure you were in
Uh,
here earlier. She's got the cutest farm animals, and they all have their own names.
hang
And
on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. 1 second.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got deliveries coming. I still got 4 more minutes, but we got deliveries coming. This and that. Speaking of all the delivery people, we got them coming with the food. We got them coming with the. It's a day. It's a weekend. We could just chill out, you know.
Yeah, but isn't that wonderful that you can do that and you don't
Yeah,
have to leave your house?
blessing, a blessing.
I just think it's wonderful. I live in too small of a town though. I don't even think we have like an Uber person.
Oh,
If you wanted to take an Uber, I don't think you could.
I've got this in-house, like I've got this in-house hairstylist and my producer director Deborah Al, in-house hairstylist, producer, director, co-property manager, all the things, partner,
I was gonna say love of your life.
yes, manager of all things. Yes, love. That's all that good stuff. I know. I know. Pain in the butt. She's self. I didn't say that. But I get in some of my cool stuff.
There you go. Cool. Well, this has
Yeah.
been a lot of fun. Again, congratulations on the 500.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I will definitely see you around on these YouTube streets.
Yes. These YouTube streets. That's a cool thing. I like that. These YouTube streets.
Yeah, that's what we call it on the street.
Uh,
You never know who you're going to run into.
never know. That's
Never
right.
know.
You know. You
Never
know.
know. That's
Fishy.
right.
That's right. Fishy is so supportive. I appreciate him. Hopefully, have you guys met Fishy Things and Echo?
Um, I don't think I have now. I think I've been to Ellen Smiles channel.
Yeah. He's
That's
got Steve. Hair takes for Steve. So shout
yeah.
out to Steve.
Let me write it down and I'll go check it out.
Yeah. Fishy Things. He does music. He's a performer of music, and his channel is all things fish related. Cooks fish and sings fishy songs and all the different things.
Now, does Deb have a channel or she
Deborah
just
out
supports you?
channel, but she's not doing the face channel thing or any of that. She's had a lot of that in life. She was a big time guest on radio shows and done like things, different types of readings, astrology and such, and color readings, and all sorts of the hairstylist. And she's retired, so she
Okay.
does.
All right. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to manage me is a full time job. You
I could see that. I could see it. It could be.
left because I'm hearing it. We're
Okay.
1 minute.
All right. Well, we'll say our goodbyes. Thank you everybody so much for coming.
You.
And I will have Mac from Surviving Together on next Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And I will see you all. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. reading my Max Lucado book. So y'all come check me out.
Thanks
Thank
all.
you.
Aloha. Thank you all. Love you all. Appreciate all of you.
All right. Y'all have a great night.